Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, where these fans have been getting prepared to cheer on a whole pack of Badgers since early in the morning. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Badgers will boot it away to start the game. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Washington's offense will get the first possession of the game. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. You're not playing with one arm behind your back. You've got all guns blazing.
It's complete to the left.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Washington right back to the line. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off play action. Caught near the sticks, it's Graves. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what get the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. He's looking to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. It's a draw. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Huskies have this offense rolling. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. So Wisconsin's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
And the Badgers are in the hurry-up.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So we're scoreless. Their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. They'll try to pick up the first. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Yeah, and the defensive lineman, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
On the return, it's McCourty. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man. Early in this game, Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
To the ground with the back. Hard running there. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Badgers getting that pass rush from the second level like they did with a T.J. Watt or his brother who played up front who transferred from Central Michigan.
They've had a long list of guys, and it's funny, they all kind of look the same. You know, athletic, smart guys, they're tough guys, but one thing you have to have at Wisconsin for defense, versatility. When you
makes the grab at the 30. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Gilliam. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Here comes the hurry up. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Washington wants to go quickly. The aerial assault continues. Got out of trouble and throws. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Between the uprights, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for 2nd down. Wide out in motion. Right back to it. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. As much a part of Wisconsin as cheese and brats feed that running back for 1st downs.
It's crazy, Reese. They don't find the most highly recruited guys, but they find tailbacks who are dudes. And Ron Dane to Jonathan Taylor to whoever it is, they always find a bell cow running back at the University of Wisconsin.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires downfield. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Power football with the run. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. Off the play fake. Looking left. A strike downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Washington right back to the line.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
Wants to throw on second down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Fair catch called for and made. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
And the quarterback is snowed under. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Unloads it downfield. Oh, picked off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. With the catch, it's Walker. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Leaves it with the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Badgers moving quickly to the line. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that done.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Couldn't pick it up on second down. Now they need a couple on third down. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. First and goal. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling with quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Third and goal from way back there. Quarterback checking the play. Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Feeling some heat. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On fourth and goal, no thought of the field goal. They'll go for the touchdown. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
I had to have it. Fourth and goal. It's go time. I get nothing or I get a touchdown, and they go to the quarterback sneak. Not a surprise. Now you see it so much in college football, NFL football. Guys pushing him, trying to get him across the goal line, and he gets in for the touchdown.
Took a chance on that return, and it did not pay off as he's out of bounds at the 10. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half.
Wisconsin, 7. Washington.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. A little screen to the running back. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught, close to the marker, it's Mueller. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look.
Throws toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And that was good defense again. And unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad. And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Forced out of the pocket. Snagged in the middle. It's Walker. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got his man down the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. The run from the shotgun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Wide receiver shows motion. They're going to test the right side with this one. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And it's caught! Touchdown, Badger!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 8 over Northwestern. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fires to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And I've been there, fellas. This is no fun if you're a quarterback. All game long, you've got guys in your lap. You've got guys chasing you all the way across the field. You just never feel like you can get in a rhythm because this pass rush is in your face all day.
Washington wants to go quickly. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the grab on the right. All kinds of running room. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. They want to throw it. Makes the catch. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to barge their way in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And here's the deal. 4th quarter, I'm trailing. 4th and goal, which makes a difference to me because I drove the ball down the field. I've had some success. Do I want to stay aggressive here? This offense is down, but has a chance to really put some points on the board and make a little bit of a splash.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it on the left. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. And the Huskies racing to the line in the hurry up. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. On 2nd down, will they go back to the ground game? Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here on 3rd down for this offense. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving the stadium with it.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Badgers have pushed it inside the 20. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. They're bringing heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And
oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the 40, the 20, and he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Badgers! That might be the proverbial 4th-quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The play-action fake. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense, they've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game.
He's got it. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Washington coming to the line with another first down. He wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Graves. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense.
Deep shot for the end zone. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down.
Oh, that stings, man. You did a great job calling the play. You got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly. And the ball hits him in the hands, and he just can't bring it in. Man, those are tough ones. Those are tough to swallow.
Quarterback checking off. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
Brings up second down.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Wisconsin.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast.